there was a lot of pressure on Liverpool to win that Merseyside derby. I mean, I don't call that a derby because that's just a beat down. Liverpool always beats Everton, like anytime, every time. Like sorry, where you did? I'm coming.
But Everton were cheated in this last game.
A lot of people feel that.
Yes,
a lot of people feel that.
And I really don't know what the FA are. I think they're trying to make this title race so hot. You know, yeah, I think they enjoyed the 1 point. The 1 point drama that's happening.
No, the best thing that happened to them was for them to get a draw in the last game. That's Liverpool and City. I think I told you that what would make the Premier League more interesting is not somebody winning the league from that game. Is if they go side by side, week by week, like this. And even though City's was much more comfortable, at the end of the day, Liverpool's own became comfortable, and that was because of the introduction of Divock Origi, like you said. This is not the first time. This is 6th goal against Everton, and he scored 3 goals this season without starting a game. So, like you're saying, this is a man that's been. Will you say the football dynamics have been unfair to him?
Yes,
but Klopp came out and said that if Origi leaves Liverpool, he's going to explode. With what you're saying now, I think you're on par with that.
Give me a job in the Premier League. I just said the same thing. Yeah, I mean, I watched Origi at my first encounter with Origi was at the World Cup in 2014.
Belgium.
Yes. And you know he was still a youngster then with the low cut, and I was like, who is this guy? You know, he's really quick. Super quick, and he's a big game player. He doesn't let the big game swallow him. I know every time Klopp plays him, and he has never been one to complain. You know, he gets very few games, but he either scores or gets an assist. It's just the same story with it's just the same story with Jesus. The only difference is that he gets lesser games. You know, Origi can run, he's agile in the box, he's a good finisher, right and left foot, he has the height, good in the air. He can be a very good supporting striker. He can play from the right or the left wing. So why can't anybody gamble on him? I think the bench at Liverpool. I think him being on the bench at Liverpool isn't doing his career a lot of good. I think he needs to move on.
No, but in as much as you're saying that, let's not lie that we've seen players leave the bench and go to start at teams and not give immediately off the top of my head Chicharito. He left United. He went. I think it was at Spain for a bit.
Real Madrid.
He didn't do not even. I think went to another team in Spain. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure.
Chicharito played for Real Madrid.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Spain? Yeah.
But he came back to West Ham, and we didn't really see what you're talking about. So are you saying that Chicharito is not good enough?
Chicharito is very good. But Chicharito, if we're being honest with the Chicharito story, Real Madrid, in my opinion, I don't know if any Real Madrid fan is listening to this, but they have one of the worst medical departments in European football. You know, players go to Real Madrid and pick up long-term injuries, recurring injuries. Typical example is Gareth Bale, Eden Hazard. You know, these are players that have been having the same injuries, like haunts them over and over again. And Chicharito picked up a very nasty injury against Atletico Madrid in the Madrid derby after he scored, and he couldn't deal anymore. Lost a lot of his movements. And you know, Chicharito's strong point has always been his positioning. He hasn't been the fastest. He was never the fastest, but his ability, he was just like an Inzaghi. You know, his ability to be in the right place at the right time, and that takes like a lot of movement and a lot of calculation. So when he went to West Ham, he couldn't keep up with the pace of the Premier League. Happened to Jack Wilshere too. So you know, injuries played a part in Chicharito's decline. It doesn't make him a bad player at all.
All right. So with this talk now, what do you think in terms of the player profile, in terms of what Arsenal need? Gabriel Jesus or Divock Origi? What do you think they should go for?
If I want to draw a dossier of strikers Arsenal need to look at in the summer, I would say Gabriel Jesus. I'd say Divock Origi. I'd say Victor Osimhen. I'd say Victor Osimhen. I'd say there's a guy in Sampdoria. There's a guy in Sassuolo, but that might be a bit of a gamble because he's still really young. But he's an absolute beast of a striker. Gianluca Scamacca. I used to watch when he was in Genoa. Then he moved to Sassuolo. He's very similar to what we get with Osimhen. You know, the brute force. the raw talent is still there, hasn't been harnessed. It's still very natural striker. So
probably like when Vlahovic was at Fiorentina.
Exactly, when Vlahovic was at Fiorentina, what you get with the raw talent, and Arsenal are trying to what they do with young players. I think Skamaka would be brilliant for them. Yeah.
Brilliant stuff, Chika. Brilliant stuff so far. I mean, he's talking about second choice strikers who could have made it or who would probably make it playing more time. But the truth is that sometimes it doesn't really happen like that. Like I remember Sani Emmanuel in Nigeria under 17 versus Switzerland. He didn't have injury in that tournament. He came as a sub for 3 games and he scored in 3 games straight, taking Nigeria to the final. The coach made him a starter in the final and we lost Switzerland. So it doesn't always work that way. That's the truth. And you just need to, if Klopp believes it and Chika believes it, I think that's one to
who are you not to believe it?
That's one to look out for this summer, because Origi definitely seems like he'll be leaving. Is the 6th choice attacking option for Jurgen Klopp.
You are listening to Elegbete TV Radio.